Today in Drag Race Spotlight, the podcast, we discuss the finale of the Tournament of All Stars. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. My name is Mann and Lucas. How are you?
I am super tired. I want to talk about this already
Exhausted. Yes, yes,
because
yes,
it was
yes,
a
yes.
long ride.
It was.
Long ride.
All Star Season 1 didn't even dare to do what we watched. So today
Literally.
we will be discussing the final episode of the 10th season of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 10. We discuss in this podcast everything in the world of Drag Race. So if you're not part of the community, don't forget to subscribe and let's get to it. So we've been teased about this moment. The Tournament of All Stars will end with a lip sync Lollapalooza for the crown, which last week we discussed how we think that format is not the best way to crown somebody. But to put things into context, the previous episode teased that we were going to get a returning queen to compete in the Tournament of All Stars. A stunt that I personally feel was absolutely pointless because you had two semifinal episodes with the queens from the brackets, which is not enough time to even like spend time with them. It's like so rushed. And then you bring this queen just to compete in the lip sync for the crown, giving her a chance to win. Everybody knows they don't have a chance to win, but it's like, why doing it? You should have brought her on the merch like 2 episodes ago, not now. Anyway, so two of the judges chose Kerri, and then Kerri Colby is the one that returns.
I love her. She's a really nice drag and performer, and she's funny, she's beautiful, she's talented, everything. But come on, guys. We knew for a fact that whoever comes back, except for maybe two people that I have in mind, like, you know, will have a chance. And we knew that she didn't
It
have
wouldn't
a.
be fair. I mean, how can we even root for them? Because the other competitors endured 2 episodes, you know? You got Cynthia out and you got Mistress out. So how are we gonna be cheering for someone that skipped all of that? Like it just does not make sense. It felt like a guest appearance, like a
Uh-huh.
lip sync assassin appearance almost.
Exactly.
It was so dumb. It's this is something that we will be discussing. The producers of this show need to be replaced, shuffled, whatever it is. They are just clearly not like putting their heart into it. They're just sort of going through the motions because the producing the of this season has been the worst in Drag Race history. The worst producing. We are not supposed to know that you're rigging it for somebody, okay? So you can't let us know that. If you do, then you have a problem. RuPaul needs to fire some people. I'm just being truthful here. So,
Yeah.
Kerri returns, and then RuPaul tells them that there's gonna be a Rita Queen twist, which to me is like means absolutely nothing because they're gonna arrange them however they want. But what do you think of that?
I think they took away time for us to actually see something that matter. When in the world makes sense to put up the first place with the last place to compete? If the ranking was supposed to be like the best and the worst, then you put to compete the worst with the worst, the best with the best, because that makes more
Uh,
sense.
to expand on that, they show us this graphic that has the queens that win each round, and then the queen that was supposed to face the other queen didn't matter because in the graphic they rearrange the top four, they rearrange them however they want. And then when
Exactly.
RuPaul tells them this is how you're gonna compete, they're all shocked because they're following the rules that they just established. So it just comes across like, why do you even bother? Then Ginger always gets to choose her songs. George
Magically.
Georges always gets to choose her songs. Uh,
Magically.
come on, like come on. It's just they don't even try. And this is what I'm saying. This is why I said last week. It's just lazy. Like we as viewers, the reason why people are pissed off about the crowning, I think we're gonna get to it, is because we didn't feel that the person that got the crown uh, had any struggles getting there. When she gets a lift to the ending point without even letting her compete, which she could have done, no problem. How
Yeah.
are we supposed to be excited and rooting? That's the thing. And she's the one that has to pay the consequences of that lazy production because now her win is tainted.
The thing with the lip syncs is that you're supposed to not know the results. You're supposed to watch it and be like, ooh, she did a split. Oh, she did a split too. Oh, she has the words to the point. Oh, but she's giving her a run for her money. We know that Ginger is better at lip syncing than Kerri. We all know that. But then Kerri could do other stuff to like call the attention, and you're like, ooh, she's giving her a run for the money. But as a viewer, as we already knew who were going to be the top four at least, we were like, can we skip this? Can we
Yeah,
fast forward it? Because we already know what's gonna happen. It
yeah,
doesn't matter if you do a good job or a bad job. The only thing that like kind of surprised me was Irene sleeping. She gave them a reason to take her out because Irene should have been on the top four with the other queens, to
yeah, I
be
agree. Speaking of lazy, they're so lazy that they literally left the first 4 or 5 songs in order. They're supposed to shuffle and choose, you know? They literally were like one, two, three, like they had them already in the order, except right at the end. So I see, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's gonna be that one. And then exactly, like they literally didn't even bother in the editing to make it
shuffled.
somehow like it's just so bad. To me, in my delusion, I would have watched the Bosco Diabetes lip sync, and then I would have turned on the TV, turned off the TV, and in my mind, Bosco would have been the winner, and I would have been happy. I absolutely loved Bosco. Like that was my favorite lip sync. It was amazing. I loved it, and I really love what Bosco did there.
I think they were trying to like a repeat of Raven versus Jujubee on All Stars 1,
But yeah,
but it did
no.
not work because
I
you didn't
mean,
feed us anything for us to feel that way.
to be honest with you, this is the for me is the worst All Stars finale I've ever watched. I actually preferred the finale of All Stars 1. Like this is to me how bad this was. I mean, that Raven
Damn.
Jujubee moment was way better TV than anything I saw on this episode. It was
Agree.
such a letdown. I was so unimpressed. I did not enjoy it at all. So well, we get to the final lip sync, Ginger Minch and Georgios.
Yes, both are great lip syncers. Ginger more than Georges. Georges is more of a dancer than a lip syncer, to be
I
honest.
I think I think she was doing a better performance than Ginger Minch because Ginger Minch
It
did the
stays on
exact
like
same thing the
in every.
other times. So I didn't see anything new. But that was a song more suited for Ginger Minch, which we already knew she was gonna win. But I think
Oh,
Georgios gave us more versatility on the lip syncs, and I felt in this lip sync she showed us something new that she didn't do. She was doing more face, which she always struggled with.
oh, uh-huh.
So I actually thought for a second he's like, okay, well she's giving her a run for her money, even though that it is
We know
fixed.
she's. I think that was what happened with me. Like I saw her, and then in my mind, I was like, "Let's find all the wrong things that Georges can do." So when they announce that Ginger won, I'm gonna be okay. You're right. I think it was me inside of my head being like, "Just finish this." Again, boring. Again,
Hmm.
predictable. Again, not good TV.
No, you should have brought the eliminated queens, do a runway. I would have preferred to watch that than Rita Queen. Have them there, like the whole cast, the whole 18 of them. That would have lift up the show. I mean, have Mistress
Totally.
back, give them a moment to discuss the stuff that happened. I mean, that would have been great. Not even a runaway on a finale. They didn't get to do a finale look. They had to wear a lip sync outfit for the finale. Like
And that's
Ginger won with a lip sync outfit.
and that's the other thing that I was so upset. They didn't even change for the second round
No,
of
no,
lip.
no, no. They just kept what they had, and again,
I'm
they
like
were just getting it done. It
lazy,
was like, let's
lazy.
just wrap this up. We don't want to pay anybody. We don't want to do anything. Let's just wrap this
Or
up. There was a crowning moment on YouTube. They always show us, and this is the first time I've seen a queen win or find out she won, and even though she was
happy.
honestly, what I thought she was like, oh no. She
Yeah,
literally was. She was. I mean, I don't generally. I don't think she was happy about
happy
winning.
about it. No.
She literally turned to Georges and was like, "Are you okay?"
Are you
Because
okay?
she's like, oh no, this is gonna be messy for me. And yeah, I mean, at least she's getting the paycheck, so good for her. No shade to her and her talent, but again, it's like she is victim of lazy producers.
Exactly.
She was left in there to be sacrificed, literally. I
Yeah.
mean, they didn't help her. Like, that's not how you do it. We want to root for someone that embraced challenges, that had ups and downs and
I mean,
struggled
there's
and yeah.
yeah, there's winners that we have seen on other seasons that they had an easy win. Let's say, for example, to me, Bob the Drag Queen. Her season was everything super fine. She was a front runner all the time. She was never on the bottom, yada yada yada. And even when she went to the bottom only one time, you still rooted for her because you're like, oh my gosh, she's against Barry. This is the rivalry of the season. There was something there to
Mhm,
root
mhm.
for, you know?
I think the reason why it didn't work is because we only spent 5 episodes with the winner. I think this is what it comes down to. I think the tournament format works for the brackets, but the problem is you only spend 5 episodes with the person that wins before the finale. So you don't get to see an arc. Like, they just arranged that in those 3 episodes. They needed to make sure she was set up. So then you don't get to see any layers. It's just so obvious that they wanted to push certain people. I mean, Acid Betty like hacked the system with Cynthia Fontaine moving forward. Basically, like, she found a way to corrupt the system. But I think that's the problem too, is because when you watch a winner, you're being with them for the whole journey, and Ginger Minch didn't appear until episode 7. So it's hard to sort of, yeah, connect with that. I think something that will happen too is in if they do this same format in All Stars 11, which seems to be the case, if they put the person they want to win on the last bracket and we see them back to back to back to back, they're probably going to have the same problem because you're not spending enough time with them. It's hard to root for them,
Yeah.
especially because I think we waited such a long time to see some queens come back and then see them being treated like that. Like Denali, for example, has been a top requested contestant. Then just it just doesn't work. So for me, it
Exactly.
was a miss.
Totally. I mean, it to me is the worst season of All Stars.
The
Uh,
worst.
not the worst winner because Ginger is talented. She has the talent to win. The
Yeah.
problem here is the way that she came to the win.
Exactly,
Exactly.
exactly. I honestly I thought the season was amazing up until episode 6. After that, to me, that's when it went downhill, and then there was no way to save it. I mean,
Exactly.
those were rough episodes because of the producers. And once again, RuPaul,
Get it.
I mean, I know you're not watching us, but RuPaul, fire these people and get a better team together. Like you can do this, you know?
You can do better.
I
Do
think
better.
they lost their passion, they lost their love. They're just going through the motions, it seems to me.
Having Italy, Brazil, like all of these spin-offs, all of these things happening at the same time makes people tired working at it. So they want to take things fast, quickly,
Yeah.
and be
Let's
like,
go, let's go, let's go.
get out, do.
And if you're gonna do a tournament format like this, then make sure you lock down more episodes to do it. Or do two brackets, which we discussed before. Do two
Exactly.
brackets, 6 and 6, and then you spend more time in the semifinals kicking them out. And again, for me, a finale with 8 queens, really? You know?
No, I hate
It
when
doesn't
there's
feel like you don't even know which
anything.
placements they ended at, really.
Exactly. I'm so annoyed by that. My
Yeah,
O my OCD is like, okay, but who's eight? Who's seven? Who's six? Who's five? Who's four? Like I need the info for the wiki.
it loses the importance or the recognition because now all these 8 queens can say finalist of All Stars.
Oh yeah, you made
They
it to
are.
the
I mean,
finale,
Irene
but
went from first out to finalist, basically, you can say. But yeah, it just didn't work. So,
let's say
uh,
seventh.
yeah, yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. We wish Ginger Minch luck. She is gonna have to
We're
endure
praying
this.
for
It's
you,
not gonna
girl.
be easy. We're praying, we're
We're
praying for
praying for
you,
you.
Ginger. But yeah, the producers really need to that. Some people need to be shuffled. You need new blood, new energy. People passionate about the show. Talk to fans. Talk to people that are obsessed with this show and tell them what they want to watch. Like you are really losing the plot. Like I think RuPaul is also, I don't even know how many seasons RuPaul has done at this point, but there's no passion behind it. You can tell, and it's a shame because you have such a great
Concept.
talent in there, great queens that are there to compete and to do what they have to do, and behind the scenes is not translating. But that's what
Exactly.
we have to say. That's what we have to say about this show. Stay tuned because we will be discussing. We have Slation Royale coming up, so perhaps we will be discussing those, and maybe we'll comment here and there about Drag Race France, Drag Race Brazil season 2. And they also announced Spain season 5 coming in September. So it's like RuPaul is like, I'm done with mine, so just dump the rest. Dump the rest.
Go, children. Go do your job.
There you go, exactly. So until the fall that they have the UK coming back. But that's what we have for you. Thank you, Lucas, for coming and staying here with me in another episode, discussing another episode. Don't forget to subscribe, join the community, it's Drag Race Spotlight, and stay tuned. We will continue to upload videos with the spoilers that we know that you love. I love spoilers myself, so we'll continue those. So stay tuned for more content in the channel. Thank you, and bye bye.